This band had 3 of the 5 members all sharing the same surname, but none of them were related. Who am I talking about? Let's get into it. Now then guys, Quinn's Dude here. Welcome back to the Rad Music Chat channel. Just very quickly, as always, please hit the subscribe button if you're new here and the notification bell. That way you'll get told whenever I upload new content. Also, if you do enjoy this video, down below is the thumbs. For today's album, I thought we'd jump back into the 1001 albums. You Must Hear Before You Die book, and this is the second album from English pop rock new wave band Duran Duran, released on the 10th of May 1982. This is the wonderful Rio, clocking in at just under 43 minutes over 9 tracks. Defining Rio is extremely hard to do. Now Duran Duran were kind of thrown into the new wave and new romantic movement of the very early 80s, and I've always felt that it's been very unfair to lump them in, although they do have elements of and helped usher in both the sound and aesthetics of those scenes. Duran Duran had so much more going on with all the members' influences. You know, influences as far as, I mean, Chic was a huge influence on the band, particularly in John Taylor's incredible bass playing. You know, Andy Taylor was the guitar player. He was a rock guy. He liked rock music, and all of them enjoyed disco and R&B and some gothic rock, and it just is an amalgamation of all these things coming together, and sounding just like Duran Duran, essentially. So the album kicks off with the title track, which is arguably one of the band's most well-known songs, this is a perfect example, actually, of all the influences. Well, a lot of the influences coming together in one place. It very much paces like a new wave post-punk track, but the bass playing of John Taylor, that's absolutely wonderful, is showing off his funk influences. I also really love Simon Le Bon's vocals on this song and this album in general. Simon Le Bon takes from various quarters quite a lot of stick for not being the greatest of vocalists, but I don't really hear that. I don't really see what people were looking for, and it's hard to imagine anyone else fitting Duran Duran's style of pop and rock better than the Le Bon. But anyway, on Rio, his knack of writing a really great vocal line is front and center here. The verses are quite cleverly structured, and the chorus is just absolutely anthemic. Of course, just a quick special mention to the video for Rio as well, which features the band in brightly coloured suits on a yacht, which was filmed in Antigua. And it's almost the perfect encapsulation of the album's exotic feel. And Rio, the song and the video, was the perfect calling card for basically the album as a whole. So the tempo stays up on track 2, My Own Way, which was actually a single as well. Interestingly enough, the band pretty much hate this song collectively. You know, as a whole, they all hate this song. It's probably my second least favorite on the album. The vocal line can be a little bit grating, I guess, in the chorus. The quality soon picks up though on Lonely in Your Nightmare, which is one of the album's lesser known tracks, it's this one kind of does fall more into sort of a straightforward, I guess, kind of song of its time without sounding particularly dated. But there's no kind of huge amalgamation of Duran Duran's, you know, various influences in this. It's just more of a straightforward sort of synth rock, synth pop song, but really enjoyable. And the vocals on the chorus are absolutely incredible. So many layers. In the documentary classic albums regarding Rio, you actually hear them, all the vocals in the chorus isolated, and there's just layers and layers of Le Bon's vocals, all and he is his harmonies are the harmonies that he actually writes are brilliant. The lead single from this album was the track Hungry Like the Wolf, which is an incredible song. And again, I defy anyone that thinks they don't know it to then hear it and go, yeah, I still don't know it. They definitely will. It is a wonderful song. I think it was John Taylor from the band that said that Duran Duran often were kind of like Led Zeppelin having a child with Chic, and the child is Duran Duran, and this is a really good example of that. Andy Taylor's guitar playing is really quite rocky and almost Jimmy Page-esque in style. John Taylor's funky bass lines that just help propel the song. The way that this is just a general thing, the rhythm section of Duran Duran, so John Taylor and Roger Taylor, the drummer, they are such a great rhythm section, so tight and so interesting. And Roger Taylor makes good use of the electronic drums that he also had in addition to his acoustic drums here. Nick Rhodes's keyboard flourishes on this song really help carry it along and make it stand out. And again, Le Bon's vocals are just superb. Regular viewers know that I like to keep these videos sub 10 minutes. So without doing them a disservice or playing them down in any way, tracks 5, 6 and 7, Hold Back the Rain, New Religion and Last Chance on the Stairway are all awesome. And I almost see them as like sort of a three-part, like a trilogy within the album, which I don't think they are, but that just kind of falls that way to me in my head. These are great tracks. They're you know, there's no quality dip in them at all, but I just wanted to move through them quickly so that I could then speak about the next track. So the penultimate track is my favorite on the album. That's Save a Prayer. It's just such an achingly gorgeous, pretty, delicate song, and is very romantic, but very quite melancholy as well. It's got some of Le Bon's best lyrics in it, and also you've got that little synth hook line in it from Nick Rhodes where he uses the bender on the keyboard, and it's got to be, you show me a better use of a note bender on a keyboard. The last track on the album really kind of just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I just don't like the chauffeur. I know there's huge fans of it. Nothing about this track leaps out to me, and it's such a poor way to end the album. It's just so repetitive, and what it is repeating isn't even that interesting. Don't get the hype with this song at all. Unfortunately, Rio is the only album by Duran Duran that appears in the 1001 Albums book. It went to number 2 in the UK album charts, number 6 on the UK Billboard album charts, and is seen by most as Duran Duran's best album. Rio is definitely an album that I could talk more about, but time constraints and all. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please like and subscribe the channel, share the video, and yeah, that's it for this one. Stay rad.